Hello, you guys. Look at these new earrings I just got in. We're playing around here, but hello, you guys. Welcome to Bead with me. I'm Kay, your host from Vienna, Virginia of Stars Beads, and I think I'm gonna have to start a new time at like 2:30, but what are you gonna do? We had an awesome busy day. It's a beautiful day outside, and I'm hearing that you guys are having to start heading back to work. Is that right? Who all is going back to work right now? I never got to stop working, so, you know. But what are you gonna do? So how is everyone doing today? I've been playing with beads. I'm getting ready to take my four-day vacation from online. Although I've loved being with you guys and everything, I'm doing a lot of personal things. So if you have not been following here on the online, I'm taking a 4-day weekend. So unfortunately this Friday there's not going to be a Friday Night Live. I'm taking Friday and Monday off. I've got my sister's birthday, we've got Father's Day, and my son is turning 6, you guys. So his birthday is on Monday, so I got to spend the time with him. And you know, today I had some people picking up from their Friday Night Lives, and they brought me these cool UV beads for Jonah for his birthday. So I wanna try them out. They're supposed to, you know, change color with the sun. So we should check that out. I wonder if we can go look at that right now, right? But since it is Father's Day this week, we've been busy making things. Oh, look at that, you guys. Let's see. See if we can see it. Can you see it? Look at those all change colors like that. That was instant. All right, we'll go back inside. Let's see. That was so cool. We're gonna look at that bag later. See, those are all white just a second ago. Those were awesome, Amy. Thanks for showing those off to me. So that was a little birthday present for Jonah. So that was super sweet. Thank you. All right, so we made a necklace for Jonah. We made a necklace for John. And so I thought today I need to make a necklace for Pappy. That's John's dad. And I thought I had, oh, I think I already started wrapping his presents. But, you know, he's 6'4", okay? And the first stone he ever learned was tiger's eye. What was the first stone you guys learned? Mine was rose quartz. So to me, rose quartz seems like the oldest stone in the world was rose quartz, because I think it was the first stone I learned. So I tend not to use it. I do it a lot more now because it looks so nice with the rose gold, with pearls and stuff like that. Hey, Patty. Thanks for joining me. I'm just getting your box all zipped up, and I put in those pair of earrings that you got in yesterday, so I can still slide that into the box. And hey, Elaine, see, you got home with that egg. You get your selenite egg out. But I thought we could maybe make a necklace today, and he always uses tiger's eye. So I need to make sure he doesn't use tiger's eye. So guy stones, okay? So we've been doing a lot of things kind of guy related, men related, to see the kind of jewelry they wear, you know, and they don't like the shiny, they don't like the faceted, they're not little magpies like we are, okay? So, but luckily they're really easy to make for because they want it pretty simple, right? So Elaine, you should take a picture of your egg and post it to us. I want to see its new location. You can tag us, okay? Yeah, so make sure you guys are showing the love on this button here on the, you know, say that you're watching. Let me know you're here, and I always like knowing where you guys are from. So if you guys are new to Bead with me, let me know. I'm getting people from like South Africa, from Barbados, from California, all over. So it's been really nice hopping online because this is new for me, and so we're navigating the online waters, and I just appreciate all the wonderful support that you guys have been showing to me. Michelle, you want matte lapis? Are we making this a live shop session? Or you think he should have matte lapis? You think father-in-law should get matte lapis? That's a good stone. That's a good guy stone. Let's show some guy stones because I kind of haven't decided what I want to make for him. So let's take a look at some stones. And if you guys like something, you can also call it out and do your live shopping. So okay, so this is Tiger's Eye, you guys. This, I think, is always the stone. Thanks, Michelle. Oh, good, Elaine. I put up a post today about selenite and the secrets of selenite and how it can pull all the negative energies out of the rocks and the environment and even the people around you. So, but we're looking at guy stones today. So this is a very popular guy stone, which is Tiger's Eye. Okay. You know, I think he likes all colors. So blue. Okay, so Michelle is talking about lapis. Okay, lapis oftentimes is coming out of Afghanistan, and that's also a very popular guy stone. Now, lapis, or a lot of the stones that you'll see, okay, so this is a nice shiny polish. Okay, it looks okay on the Tiger's Eye, but guys really like this matted, this new matted. It's very in right now. So matted anything, we have these that are really nice for guys. So if you guys are trying to shop and make for your man, these are some really good ones. So if you like something, let me know and I will try to get back to it. Now, this is something called Red Creek Jasper. This is also an incredibly good stone. This is a very popular one even in the summer and the spring, even though it looks kind of like a fall stone. This is one similar in the more girly version, but this is a matte porcelain jasper. I just like this one. This has nothing to do with the guys. Okay, the nice deep reds. This dragon stone is also an incredibly good one. So does anybody have any idea? So I don't know if you guys remember, but we made a bracelet the other day out of lava, and I'm gonna give him that lava bracelet that we had made with the little Tibetan bead. So that was going to be his necklace. So I was kind of thinking, do you think I should make a little match? And I could match that, and maybe I could wrap a rock just like I did for Jonah. Maybe he can have a bigger rock on there. Maybe he needs to be cleansed. He hasn't been out anywhere really, so it's exciting that he's going to be coming up to visit for Jonah's birthday. So I'm just having a hard time deciding. So I want to take, I think, the leftovers of that, and I also thought he would like black chain because, you know, we've all been about that black chain. And for you guys, don't forget, since I'm not doing a Friday night live, I'm still doing giveaways. So remember that you can win this awesome bracelet right here, okay? Or these beautiful rainbow earrings using the buttons, okay? So if you want in to win, make sure you're posting your pictures, okay? You need to post your picture and tag Stars Beads. You can do it on your page. You can do it on my page. Just make sure you tag Stars Beads, okay? What do you think? Should we do a rock? I kind of like the lapis idea though. I was looking for, I thought I had the leftover lava. Here's the green that we used for Jonah. But I could do something simple for him also, and because you know he's kind of a big guy, so I'm wondering if I should do something simple and match Jonah's. Oh, look at, hey you guys, so this is completely off topic. Okay, but I have a tray of stones here that if you guys want to do a quick live shop, I did a special sale on this whole section of rocks. So if you want any of these, I was running a 30% off deal today. Okay, so there's these beautiful amethysts. Okay, so this is better than a Friday night deal. So for those that were local, this was just a today only special, okay? Because I'm counting some things up and getting them back to their home so I can get a new slew of material. But these are beautiful kyanites. Okay, so Patty, if you're a Dakota stone lover, I am a Dakota stone carrier. Okay, so these are some beautiful Botswana agate in a 12 millimeter. So if you guys like that, we've got Botswana. That one's 30. So with 30% off, you're looking at 20 bucks for that. Okay. Do you guys want me to go through this tray? Should I go through this tray? Send me some hearts, you guys. Let me know if you think I should go through this tray. I can do that before we make a necklace today if you want. I'm liking this rock here. See, here's some lapis. Yeah, this is amethyst and citrine and raw. So it's not ametrine, it's ametrine and citrine, although they grow together very closely. Let's see if I can get a better view of that rock here for you. Look at those, nice and chunky. So you get, you know, a nice amethyst chunk and then a nice citrine chunk. So it's every other, they're top hole drilled and they're raw. So let's see how that looks on me here, so you can kind of get an idea of sizing here. So you can see I'm wearing the big old chips, but I like that. So these ones are 30 also, so with the 30% off, you're looking at 20 bucks for a strand of these, and I have 2 strands, if you like that. And then there is these small little chippies, so you can see the difference in the sizing. Okay, I guess that you would call these like the amethyst shards. Yeah, lapis is great for men. Here's a rough lapis here in the star cut. You know, and this is a facet, but you know, not a too, I like to think, not too girly of a facet. You know, it's not polished, so it doesn't catch the shine and stuff, but still gives the gives that look. You like lapis, huh? All right, I could do, oh, what, okay, so I had these random little turquoise pieces too. I was thinking about maybe throwing in some turquoise. What do you guys think? I was thinking this in between some of that lava. What do we think here? Where, oh, here it is. There's a nice tray that had that extra lava. Okay. All right, so what about some of this here? And then we could put a rock in between that. What do we think? Turquoise is always good, right? I always think so. Maybe I'll string a rock on for him too, just like I did for Jonas. Maybe we can put that little chunky one that I didn't use. Because I know he's big, but he doesn't wear jewelry. And so one of the things, if you find that like your guy isn't big on jewelry, like don't make him anything big and chunky. And I would say the same thing for if you're making for anyone you know, is if they're not big in jewelry, probably big and chunky. So if you like big and chunky, you don't want to pass that on to somebody else who doesn't normally wear jewelry. Usually they like tiny, you know, if they don't wear much, they probably wear like a simple chain and a little charm on there. Okay, so you got to stick to kind of small. But he's known us a long time, so he knows, I think we can get away with a little bit. What do you guys think? Hey Mary, you got to catch me live again. You don't have to do replays. I know people are headed back to work these days, so I know that we have a few less people on here, but I know that a lot of you guys are still catching my replays. But I'm totally open, you know, if you guys think maybe a better time, you know, I know that things are still adjusting, and I think even though things are opening right now, I think they're going to be closing back up, if you ask me. So, all right, guys, so I'm going to be pulling out some string, and let's see, shall we... I'm going to put a little turquoise. Do these lava seem too big if I'm going to do that? Or should I do a big chunk of lava right here in the front and then go into the back with some little ones? All right, so sometimes when I am unsure of when I'm designing, and you know, I kind of go through this process with you guys because, you know, this is the stuff that they don't really show you online is, you know, like we have stones, we have rocks, but how do we play with them? How do I get started? You know, how do I decide? You know, there's no right answer, you know? Yeah, it's so easy making for the guys because they like it simple. So, you know, you can take a few bits and pieces. They don't need all the little, you know, crystals in there and the little metal beads and all of that. They just like, usually they kind of just like rocks on top of rocks, you know, no spacing in between. And sometimes it's hard for me to design that way, but you know, that's the way they like it. So, you know, and you want them to wear it. So remember I made a bracelet. So he's gonna have a bracelet that matches and then has the little Tibetan bead. Okay, so I thought this would be nice to make him a little set. And since he's kind of a big guy, I'm gonna probably end up having, I need to use all of this turquoise that I have here. And so I'm measuring the turquoise. So one of the things when you first want to get started, you want to kind of see what beads are you going to use. Okay, what length do you want? Okay, so I'm measuring this right now and I have 12 plus, 14. So that's a standard length is 16 inches. Okay, so then if I add these onto there, we know that technically if I added everything, which I probably won't, but that way then you at least have enough beads if you put them in the right order, combinations. And look, this is probably about 7 inches. So we have 16. We have 16 plus 7 is what? 23. And then that in a clasp, which that is over 24 inches. So I think that's going to be more than enough. Okay, for him, I think I'm going to end up doing a 24-inch necklace because he is so tall. And a 24-inch necklace, I think on him, probably looks like a 16 or 18-inch necklace on us. So I am actually going to end up making it pretty long. So I am going to try to maybe use up all of these beads today. Maybe I should get some little black ones. Or I can finish off the back with that black chain. So in this case, because I kind of don't know what I want to make, oh, thanks, Patty, you're so sweet. I know that it's hard to explain a design process, you just have to do and see how it goes. So I know that I have a center and I don't know what my design is going to be. So sometimes I will start at the center because that for me is the most important section because that's what you're going to see. Okay, so for here, I'm just kind of stringing on the pendant and I'm trying to take a look at what it looks like. Okay, and I kind of think that I want to see what the idea is if I put all black ones here, okay, and maybe one little turquoise one to give it the color right before we hit this piece, so it adds that bit of color onto there, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see, do we like that? And then I'm gonna put 3 more, see if that looks crazy. And then maybe I can do a turquoise in between every one, okay? Because there isn't a right answer. Sometimes we look at things and I'm using about a 6mm lava, but we can kind of see how this design looks. And I'm going to switch it around because I want to see what it looks like from afar because it's hard when we're looking so close, right? So this is kind of what it looks like. And that looks kind of cool, right? I'm thinking I want more turquoise right there. Do you think I should just maybe I'll do a black one and then a whole bunch of turquoise? Or should I spread out these black ones with turquoises in between? It is so hard to decide. Okay, so this is where I'm going to mess around. So I'm going to show you a couple different designs because that's what ends up happening is that you're playing around. So I'm going to, this time on this one side, I'm going to do a turquoise and then a lava and then a turquoise, and we're going to see what that looks like and say, what do we think? Because this is what it's going to look like from afar, and it's hard to decide because again, it's all about how you feel. Okay, saying he really likes to wear a lot of black. I don't want him to get stuck on a color, for example, right? But we know he's going to like turquoise, so I'm thinking I need some more turquoise in the front, huh? What do you think? And this is a great place to use chips because they add that little shape as well as color. So, yeah. Are we agreeing? We all need a little bit more turquoise in there? All right. So this is kind of what it's looking like, a closer up. But I think I'm going to go the opposite now. Since we are going to try turquoise, I'm going to see what this one looks like if I put a black one right up next to it. And then we're going to do a turquoise. And then maybe I'm going to do 2 black ones. Because I want to do some sort of cool design. Alright, so this is a common combination that I make when I want to spread some things out, to have a little touch of color. So this, you can see I'm doing 1, and then I'm doing 2, and now I'm going to do 3.
It's okay.
Yeah, you can sit down if you'd like. All right, and then there's this third one here. We're going to keep adding. We're going to see how this design sits, okay? So then it has more of the turquoise that I like, because I think on the back side I'm going to end up using maybe more tiny turquoise, okay? Because it seems more appropriate to go thicker and then tinier in the back, right? That does to me. And I'm upside down, aren't I, you guys? I'm sorry. Hey, Nicole. All right, what do we think? Let's see. Yeah, that's exactly right, Mary. So one of the nice things about using lava, okay, we were discussing that the other day, and because it's so porous, it means that it has like a lot of those holes. It doesn't have the polish. These are great for putting your essential oils on. So, you know, if you need to calm the man down, exactly right, you can throw some lavender onto those rocks before he puts it on. All right, so now I'm going to go, let's see, I did 1, I'm going to try 4 now, since that's the pattern, and we're just going to see how far this pattern takes us, because who knows, maybe I don't do turquoise in the back, maybe I'm going to do that cool black chain in the back, because I've been really liking that black chain. But you know, he sweats a lot. he's down at the beach, so I don't know how much I don't normally make things with chain. I always have made rocks for him. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we need a turquoise one. Okay, and then I'm going to do 5, but first I'm going to count. I got 1, then 2, then I'll have 3, and then 4. 4. So then I only have 5 lava beads left if I do that, because I got to do it on the other side. Okay, so that to me tells me I'm at my end, unless I could go back down. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. All right, so reversing. So I went 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go 2 to 1. How about that? So this is like making patterns like we did in school, right? Like, do you do A, B, A, B, A, B, A, A, B, A, A, B, 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 A, whatever. You know what I'm saying. I've been doing patterns with Jonah here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's try that. And then this way I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 3, 6, 9. So now I have 3, 6, 7. I have 7 more beads I could technically use to finish off this strand, because I know how hard it is to use up all those little leftovers. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So if you only have this much, we're going to work a pattern to this many beads. Okay, so I have 7 left over, so that means I could go back to, we know we had 7, so I could do a 2. I could go back to a 2, because I'm liking this design. Oop, forgot the turquoise. Is anybody watching? Help me out. All right. Then we're doing 2 of these. 1. And second one here. So 3, 6, 9. And I just did 2. All right, that's all I'll have. Okay, unless I put a little charmy in the back. Okay, and then, so that's what I'm looking at on this one side. I think I like that, okay? And then I'm gonna see how I like having the turquoise along the back side. So now I know that I'm gonna do I wanna do like a 24-inch necklace. So in order for me to do this other side, I do have to clip. Okay, so now that I'm kind of to that point, I'm gonna go ahead and measure at least 2 feet to make sure I at least have that much, and then I'm gonna give myself another, I'm just gonna give myself another ½ a foot for safety. Okay, now when we clip these, that means we have 2 open ends. Okay, and what should we use on those 2 open ends? We need a bead stopper, people. Okay, I am not looking to try to pick up 2 feet worth of beads here. Okay, so what this does for you is, see, this is a stopper. Okay, so that if I pick this up it does not fall off. So that's what a bead stopper does for you. Okay, so you just open it, lay your wire in there, and dun da da da, you will not have beads falling off that other side when you get so excited that you finished your necklace and you want to hold it up. Okay, it will happen, it does happen, it still happens to me. Okay. All right, so I want to do the other side so we can get a matching side. So we're going to take all these beads off because we can see, yeah, bead stoppers are a total game changer, Nicole. I'm with you there. All right, I'm more bitter that you know, how long has the spring been around, and you know, why didn't I come up with a bead stopper? That $1 million idea. Dag, I missed out. But I can sell a lot of them. I'll just have to sell a million of them instead. All right, so here we go, you guys. We got one. Who can tell me the next pattern? Have we learned this pattern? Because I end up using it nicely in a lot of different things because it just makes it different than the A, B, A, B, A, B. Okay? There's this. All right, 2. Now we need 3, right? And I'm kind of doing a little weenie chunk because I would have normally put a bigger one, but he doesn't wear a ton of jewelry, so I don't want it to be overwhelming. That's exactly right, Nicole. That's exactly what happened. So someone totally did go to the hardware store and think of a jump ring and then sell it to all of us beaders. But you know, this flex wire, you guys, the makers of this used to be in the fishing industry. And so they hopped over and found that they made something more special for the beaders, or a little bit different, but you know, it's exactly that. All right, there's 2 turquoise. That one looks a little weenie. I'm gonna take that one off. That apparently all size 6s are not created equal, kind of like that leather. All right, so we're stringing. So I'm stringing from the center out since I didn't know what my design was gonna be, and I want it to match his bracelet that he's getting. So we went 1, 2, 3, 2 to 1, and then on this side we had enough beads, so I just went back out to 2. And then I'm going to decide whether I want to do all turquoise for the rest, or alright, so technically I have 2 beads over here, so I guess I could do 1, go back down to 1. Okay, that's the irregularity. I know for those that are thinking symmetry, this can be kind of difficult, but think it's symmetrical on this other side, okay? All right, so here's this side here. I'm gonna add 1 more onto the other side so we can have an even number. So sometimes if we are having trouble with trying to get out of that symmetry, sometimes I tell you guys to maybe segment a section and then do another segment of a section of something else, and that helps kind of give you that irregularity even though it's symmetrical. Or you go symmetrical and you just turn it a little to the side and then it looks asymmetrical, right? All right, you guys, here it is from far. Let's take a look. That's coming out pretty nicely. I like that. Now, the question is, are we going to like little tiny turquoise going up the back? So, I'm going to string a few. So, remember when I was showing you, sometimes when you want to get a few on there, we can hold some like this and try to hold them straight. Okay? And then if you stick that strand in, sometimes you can wiggle and make things a little bit quicker for you. Boom. Okay? For those wondering how I string so fast, more like 30 plus years of doing it. That helps. All right. I'm going to try some on the other side so we can kind of see what this looks like and get an idea if I'm going to like it or not. Or if I'm just going to have to sell the rest of this turquoise to somebody else because it's really pretty. Oh, didn't do it on the right side. We'll do some more here on this one side and then I'll hold it up. And then I need a vote. I need your help, you guys, because I wasn't able to decide, and you know, Pappy has everything. He's just coming up to see his grandson, so All right, let me put a little bit more, and I'm gonna hold it up and see what you guys think, okay? All right, so this is with some turquoise in the back. Oh, that kind of looks cool. I don't mind the turquoise in the back. What do you think? What do we think, guys? Should I do turquoise all up the backside? I kind of like that, actually. But then again, we love turquoise, so I don't think you could go wrong anywhere you place it. What do you think? All right, I'm going to show it from this side so that maybe you can see it a little bit better, you guys. So this is what we're looking at. For John's dad, what do we think? We like the turquoise in the back even though it's smaller. I kind of don't mind it. I thought I wasn't sure. Of course, there's a funky random one. We might have to replace that one. All right, it's official. Like, I should just do turquoise up the backside. All right, done. I'm not even going to wait for you guys to answer. So, here we go. Now this one is a little wonky, so I think I gotta take that one bead out because it's sitting a little funny. All right, so now we're gonna see how fast Kay strings here. Okay, and then we're gonna do those lovely little crimp ends, you guys. Okay, or no, I'm sorry, not crimp ends, but crimping. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys liked Monday's episode, so when we did John's necklace and going over the crimps, the crimp covers, and the wire guards. Okay, here we'll let you look at the necklace while I string here. All right, so remember we can grab, okay, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. And guys are oftentimes either losing their stuff or really hard on their stuff, so I tend to prefer to use a lobster for most guys. You know, guys who might be a little bit more used to wearing jewelry, that's where you can probably use a toggle, maybe a hook. But you know, guys like live in their jewelry, so they oftentimes are not taking it off, and so you got to really make their things sturdy. So if you can fit a 0.019 flex wire through your stones, I would highly recommend the medium size for the flex wire when stringing stones, and especially for guys. Okay, because you're looking at 49 strands of stainless steel twisted together for a really, really strong base. Okay, so even if they tug on it. All right, so because I know that we were doing about 24 inches, I'm going to measure one side here, and it looks like I'm only 1.5 inches away. Question will be make sure I like measured this right here, because we use some beads here, so I don't want to use up everything on the one side. Okay, so we have, all right, I'm going to start stringing on the other side because I don't want to not have enough beads on that side. Okay, and so this is what I'm talking about here, is that I got to up here and I'm stringing these, but I don't want to run out, so I'm going to start stringing this other side to match the length. Okay, because I'm eyeballing right now. I'm on live right now, okay? So you guys hang out. Got some stop-in visitors. All right. But we're almost done with the necklace. See, if it were mine, see, I'd be putting little silver beads in between, or a little pendant, or some crystals also. And this actually, this little size, these little chips actually are good for doing multi-layered. This is a tray I just had sitting around with us here. I just knew I wanted to use some of the lava so that it could match his bracelet, so he could have a little set. And so it looks a little different, but it still has the lava with a nice center. All right, so we're kind of seeing where we are at here. Okay, so I'm gonna push this and we can kind of see, oh, we're getting pretty close there of a match, but I still have plenty that we can put on, so I'm gonna keep going. guess I don't have a color. Should I do, I was doing copper on Jonah's. Yeah, I certainly love some turquoise. Oh, this is going to be nice. I like it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put a few more and then I'm just going to eyeball. Okay? Jewelry should not be stressful. You know, I know that you can do all these, you know, special measurements and all of these sort of things, but, you know, jewelry is kind of what we feel, you know? And I know that, yes, there's certainly logistics you can, you know, say, oh, when you use this, you have to do that. But, you know, I think if you like the way it looks, if you like the way it feels, go with it. If you can think it, you can do it. Oh, I think we're very close. Look at that. I've just been stringing back and forth here. And then all we have to do is add a clasp. Now, I have copper ones because that's what we use for Jonah. Should we match his or should I go for silver? I was just imagining silver. Any votes while I figure out this length here? You guys, that was pretty amazing. I think we're pretty close. Okay, so looks like I might need to take off one bead and put it on the other one. So it was right there at the end, and I think that one is just a smidgen longer in the whole scheme of things. Won't even notice, but. Okay, so I'm starting it here. So this is me eyeballing, okay? So I'm seeing I'm holding it up, okay? And then, oh, undoubtedly silver. You guys are obviously silver people, okay? And you can see it's ending right there. Awesome sauce. Here we go. Here we need the crimps, we need the covers, okay, and I'm going to use this little clasp right here because I have it sitting here, and I'm going to find a little closed ring around here is the only other thing I need, right? Oh, and you want to show off some wire guards, huh? I bet you want to see some wire guards. Wire guards and a ring, that's all I need.
Hi, sweetheart.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you, honey?
We're getting our nice daily visits, are we?
Ew, beautiful. Show me your combination of clothes and yeah, it's not big enough. As you know.
Okay, since I didn't have silver like I normally do sitting in front of me here. Okay, so in this case, when we are hooking to this side, we oftentimes, hey Doris, are you next door watching me? You're so funny. Okay, so oftentimes you want to use the closed ring here, you know, because you don't want this wire to slip out through an opening. So when you have the lobster claw, you want to double check because not all bags come with a closed one, so just want to double check. If you cannot find a closed one, sometimes I take a chain by the foot, okay, and I will cut off a link. Like this is not the chain that I do it with, but you can cut a link of the chain off, okay, and then use that because oftentimes they're closed. All right, I was trying to decide, do I want to use a little gunmetal one probably versus this bright silver one? What do you guys think? I think I'm going to go for that. Even though we have, oh, I guess I could have gotten non-bright stuff. Should I have gotten gunmetal? I guess I could have gotten gunmetal. He's getting silver because that's what I got. All right. So maybe I'll make this whole end bright because it seems more appropriate, right? All right. That sounds good. I'm trying to get Lisa to do more of this. Tell us more about all the things over at the consignment shop. All right, guys, so this is what we're going to be doing right now. Okay, so we're closing off these ends and we're going to be doing this same thing with this clasp, but we're going to put it onto here. Okay? So I'm going to put a crimp on. So the first thing we need to do is we need our crimping tool, our chain nose. Okay. All right. So here we're stringing on the crimp, the wire guard. Okay, so remember when we're using the wire guards, we want to go up one side, we're going to go down the other, okay, but don't go through the crimp. Okay, you want to still leave that open because we need to attach the closure. Okay, so it's going to look a little bit like that. Okay, in this case I'm going to slide on the ring that I want to attach. Okay, and you'll see the crimp can go up and down. Okay, but once you get it in with the other wire, it can kind of seem fidgety at the beginning. Okay, and go ahead and leave a tail. And remember, on this first one, we're not worrying about where the beads are on this first one. We don't need to worry about any slack. You just want to pull on this crimp here. Okay, and I'm going to pull so that it's fairly close to this wire guard, and you'll see I'm going to push this wire guard closed just a smidgen. Okay, and then remember, we do want to leave about 1 millimeter right here so that when we put on a crimp cover, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. Okay, so when we put on a crimp cover, okay, you will have space for it. Okay, so we're going to take the crimping tool right now, do our 2-part process, and then we're on those finishing touches, you guys. Okay, I think I didn't quite leave a little millimeter, but before I do that second crush, I'm going to scoot it down just maybe a smidgen here. Okay, and then a good thing to do is also hold those wires together when you're crimping so that it doesn't splay too far. But once you get it slid into the other beads, it'll hold it closed, but it does help it. Okay, so I have crimped that one section, and then I like to do that third crush, making sure that all the air has been pushed out. Okay, like that. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and put the crimp cover on top while there's plenty of space. So this, I was using a wire guard, a 2x2 crimp cover, a 2x2 crimp with a 3 millimeter crimp cover. Okay, so one of the things to know about these crimp covers, okay, if you're using a crimping tool, okay, one of these, and we're doing this 2-part process, what that does for you is it makes your crimp smaller. Okay, so it allows for you to be able to use a 3 millimeter crimp cover. If you are going to not crimp with a crimping tool and you will just want to crimp it flat, totally fine. Okay, however, you will then require a 4 millimeter crimp cover. Okay, so in this case, if you're doing small beads, you may think about really wanting a 3 millimeter cover because you don't want the cover to be so much bigger than your bead. Okay, but in this case, you know, we're talking guy stuff, so a 3 millimeter is good. 4 is totally fine. You know, you can see that a 4 millimeter next to this wouldn't have been an eyesore. Okay, so now I'm going to take this tail. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to take this slack, so I have a little bit more slack here. Okay, and then I'm going to take this tail and I'm going to string it through a few beads. Okay, what this does is, if in case that crimp were to ever move or to slide, you will have this much time to catch your beads because it's not knotted. Okay, that's one of the benefits of knotting your jewelry. Okay, is that you won't necessarily have beads all over the floor, but it also takes more time and a little bit more practice. Okay, so I'm just stringing this tail, and oftentimes I move it so I have more space here, so I don't have to squish up. Okay, so I find that's very helpful too when I'm doing this side, is that push all your beads to the other side. It's important to have enough space on here, but while during this process, you can see this is where all the slack is, so that I could make it easier for me to push it all the way to this side to cover that tail. And now I can do this here, is I can take it and I have my tail right here. Okay, and then now I can let gravity do its thing. Okay, and I want to shake it all out. Okay, this is a very long looking necklace. I always feel that way when I make necklaces for his dad, but that's what we're going to be looking at. Okay, and for him, this is all we're probably going to see. Okay, so for us it seems all crazy long, but I like the color of that. Okay, all right, that's another one. If he doesn't like it, we know places that it can go to, right? All right, so that's kind of the look. Now we're going to go do the other side. Okay. So now we've pushed everything to the one side. We're going to get a crimp. Okay, the wire guard going up one side, going down the other. Okay, and then remember we're leaving that open. The crimp is there. Okay, and then we're going to slide on the clasp and also go through the crimp. Now in this case, unlike the other side, we're going to string through the beads because when we need to get all the slack out, this is going to make life a lot easier for you. Okay? So boom, boom, doo, 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 doo. We're going to push, push, push. And you don't have to do the entire tail. I just want to get a couple beads in there, so in case anything were to ever move, then there'll be time to catch it. Okay? And then we're gonna have ourselves a Father's Day necklace. And we'll get Pappy covered. All right. And none of my family watches online, so they will have no idea what they're getting still. Except for my mother-in-law, she does watch. And my mom too, every so often. She hasn't popped in then. You'll know when my mom is watching. She says, "Your mom is watching." All right, so one of the things that you do want to make sure when you are dealing with these wire guards is that your wire has been pulled all the way down. Otherwise you get this little lip coming out, okay? Let me see if I can show it. So if you don't push it all the way down, this is what will happen. Okay, then this is what happens. You see that little, if you don't pull your wire all the way down, you get that little lip, okay? So you want to pull this down and making sure that that wire is not sticking up and looking a little funny, okay? All right, so now I'm just getting it set back into place because I want to make sure that there's enough space for that crimp cover to fit in, okay? Because if you do not leave enough space and you go ahead and put a crimp cover in there, see how that thing slipped out? I'm gonna try to pull that in. Oh, look at that. I didn't get it in there even after all of that talk. Luckily for me, he's not going to notice. All right, so I don't want to do that again, so I'm going to go ahead and crush. Okay, if you don't leave enough room right here for a crimp cover, then what happens is you will be squeezing it in there and causing a lot of tension to make the space go in there. And all that tension over time is just constantly and over time it will cause breakage, okay? So tight is good, but too tight causes breakage, okay? Hey look, it disappeared, that string. Isn't that kind of funny how that happened? Okay, all right, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I'm gonna lay the crimp cover in there. These look really small to me. I wonder if these are 2.5s or something. Okay, if you did not do a very good crimping job when you use this crimping tool, one of the tricks is go ahead and just crush it flat and put a 4mm crimp cover over it. Okay, that's all you got to do, and nobody will know. Okay, one of those other secrets too is if you want to use plated underneath the crimp covers and use sterling crimp covers, then that's all you're actually going to see, right? All right, dun, 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 dun. We got ourselves an ending. All done like that. Okay. All right, you guys. I think I could just put this right over my head. That's right. That's what 2 feet will do for you. All right, we'll change it out. What do we look like in this guy necklace, huh? So you can see what 2 feet looks like on me. All right, here we go. There's a guy necklace. I'm going to take a picture of him on it, and I want to see the difference of where it goes on him versus where it goes on me. Because this is what I like to say when you guys are trying to determine length of your necklaces. This is another thing is right here. Okay, it's kind of funny, but no matter what chest size you might have, guys, okay, I still find that 2 feet lands right here. Okay, 2.5 is a little further than 3. Okay, so if you want to go below the boobs, we're looking at about 3 feet. Okay, no matter what size you are. Okay, maybe I'll just, hang out a little further first. All right, you guys, what a fun day. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Can you save the live so I can see how Oh, okay. Miss Henry, it looks like that you are new here to Bead with me. We certainly have everything that is that we have been showing on here. It will be going up for replay. So if you want to check the Facebook library, you can hop right over to there, and that will show all the previous episodes. So we've got several dozens of them. Hey Betty, how are you doing? It's okay, you can just start it all over. And also, they are being uploaded onto YouTube. If you want to make sure you're getting the live notifications, make sure you click a button right up there. It should say get live notifications for when Stars Beads goes live, okay? So hop on over there and make sure you guys are liking the post. That way, liking and commenting. Show me some love, give me some hearts. That way, then you will also get those notifications, and then I know that you guys are out there and you're still watching. All right, what an awesome day. Now, I am done for the weekend, so, but it's been fun, and we will see you guys, I plan on next Tuesday, okay? So, I might let you in on a little birthday on Monday, but we'll see, okay? Otherwise, we're looking at store hours next week are Tuesday through Friday, okay? I gotta take a little bit of a break, and you know I'm gonna be probably coming full force at you guys next week, okay? So have a great weekend, you guys. I still will be answering texts. I'm still working on getting your boxes out. So all those that are waiting for their buttons and their kits, they are still being prepared. All those people with bubbles and rocks, those should already be getting out to you. So I have gotten back to you guys on those, and so you should be having some nice, pretty care packages coming in the mail. Okay. All right, y'all, have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you.